Imagine waking up tomorrow and making a radical decision to stop complaining. No more complaints about the weather, the traffic, your boss, or the small daily frustrations that seem beyond your control. Sounds impossible, right? After all, complaining has become part of our routine. It's almost an automatic reflex whenever something inconveniences us. But what if I told you that eliminating complaints for just 30 days could rewire your mind, strengthen your resilience, and unlock a level of self-control you never thought possible? This is not just a philosophical experiment. It's a practical challenge inspired by Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches how to develop an unshakable mindset in the face of adversity. And if you accept this challenge, you might experience a profound transformation in how you view life, problems, and even your own emotions. Complaining is a habit, a cycle we reinforce daily without realizing it. Whenever something goes wrong, our first reaction is to express frustration, whether out loud or just in our thoughts. But why do we do this? The answer lies in how our brain interprets immediate relief. Complaining gives us the illusion that we're solving something, when in reality, we're only reinforcing our sense of helplessness. When we blame traffic for our lateness, we feel that the problem isn't with us, but with the world around us. When we complain about our boss, the government, the weather, or even small things like long lines in social media, we're outsourcing responsibility for our well-being. And what's the problem with that? The problem is that this mindset makes us passive, leading us to believe that we have no control over our own lives. Moreover, there's a real neurological effect happening when you complain constantly. The brain is like a muscle that strengthens with training. If you feed it negative thoughts and daily complaints, you are literally shaping your mind to focus on problems rather than solutions. Studies show that people who complain regularly tend to be more anxious, more stressed, and even less productive. Have you ever noticed that when you start your day complaining, everything seems to get worse as the day goes on? That's not a coincidence. Your brain is being conditioned to find more reasons to reinforce that negative narrative. The Stoics saw complaining as a waste of energy. Seneca said, "To suffer before it is necessary is to suffer more than necessary." In other words, when you complain about something that hasn't even happened yet, you suffer twice. Once in the present and again in the future if it actually occurs. Epictetus, another great Stoic thinker, reminds us of a fundamental truth. It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. And this mindset changes everything. When you stop complaining, you force yourself to shift your focus. Instead of wasting time lamenting what's beyond your control, you begin acting on what you can change. Your mind becomes trained to see obstacles as challenges, not as unfair punishments from life. Now let's get to the challenge. Are you ready to test your mental strength and eliminate complaints for 30 days? It sounds simple in theory, but in practice, you'll realize how conditioned we are to complain all the time. Here's the plan. First, spend an entire day just observing how many times you complain, whether out loud or internally. Often, we don't even realize how present this habit is in our daily lives. The second step is to replace every complaint with a productive question. If you get stuck in traffic, instead of thinking, "Why does this always happen to me?" try reframing it as, "What can I do to make this time more useful?" Or if someone treats you badly, instead of complaining about how rude people are, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this situation?" This small shift in your internal dialogue can transform your perception of the world. The third step is to keep a progress journal. Every time you resist the urge to complain, write down how you felt. You will start to notice a pattern of changes happening in your mindset. In the first few days, it may seem like an impossible challenge. You might feel uncomfortable and realize that many times you complain just to feel validated. But as the days go by, something fascinating begins to happen. You feel lighter. Your patience increases. Small problems that used to bother you start losing their importance. And the most powerful thing of all, you begin to realize that you are in control of your own life experience. That external circumstances do not define your mood, your emotions, or your happiness. You become the master of your mind, not its slave. Now, the question is, are you ready to take on this challenge? 30 days without complaining. Only action, a positive mindset, and mastery over yourself. If you believe you can do it, Or even if you just want to try and see how far you can go, leave a comment below saying how long you think you could last without complaining. And if you want more Stoic challenges to transform your mind and your life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.